Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Learn English at Home 79. I'm Alex, your friendly host, and today we're exploring school life, specifically how students go from elementary school to middle school in the United States. Have you ever wondered what happens after 5th or 6th grade? Stay with us and let us know in the comments what's school like in your country.
Hi, Alex. Thanks for having me. I'm excited to talk about today's topic. We'll also learn some useful school-related vocabulary, so everyone listening can grow their English skills.
Let's begin the story. Once a child finishes 5th or 6th grade in elementary school, they graduate and go on to middle school or junior high school. This new school is a separate building or set of buildings.
Now, let's explain that word separate. If something is separate, it means it is not together with something else. For example, your bedroom and your kitchen are in separate rooms in your house.
Great! Most students in middle school are between the ages of 10 and 14. The grade system continues in middle school, which usually starts with 6th or 7th grade and ends with 8th grade.
Some elementary schools go from kindergarten to 8th grade, but that's less common. By the way, kindergarten is the very first year of school for children, usually around age 5.
Most students are assigned a middle school based on where they live. Do you know what assign means?
Assign means to give someone a place, task, or job. For example, a teacher might assign homework to you. Here, the school system assigns students to a school in their area.
However, there are charter, private, and specialized public middle schools that have an application process.
Let's pause to explain a few words here. First, charter. A charter school is a special public school that has more freedom to make its own rules. Next is application process. An application is a form you fill out to ask for something, like a school or a job. The process is the steps you must follow to do this.
The purpose of middle school is to provide a transition period between elementary school and high school. Transition means a change from one thing to another.
Middle school prepares students for high school life. Prepare means to get ready for something. For example, you prepare for a test by studying.
That's right. This change can feel big for students, but it helps them learn new things and become more independent. In middle school, students don't stay in one classroom all day with one teacher. Instead, they change classrooms for different subjects and have different teachers for each subject.
Let's talk about the word subject. A subject is a topic you study, like English, math, or science. So students have a different classroom and teacher for each subject.
Also, there are some classes students must take. These are called core classes like English, math, science, and social studies.
Core means the most important or main part. So, core classes are the main subjects that everyone has to study.
In middle school, some students may even be able to choose some of their own classes, called electives.
Now let's explain. Elective. An elective is a class that you can choose to take, like art or music, instead of being required to take it.
So, students can pick electives they're interested in. Pick and choose both mean to decide or select one thing from many options.
For example, you might pick music class as your elective because you love to sing.
A common feature of middle school is a homeroom. Feature means an important part or characteristic of something.
In homeroom, a teacher takes attendance and makes announcements. Attendance means checking who is present or absent. Announcement is important information that is shared with a group.
Homeroom helps students feel like there is one common place and one common teacher they see regularly.
Regularly means happening again and again, like every day or every week. For example, you might eat breakfast regularly every morning.
Students visit homeroom at a scheduled time. Schedule is a plan that shows when things happen, like your class timetable.
Some schools specialize in certain subjects, like science or art. Specialize means to focus on one thing or become an expert in it.
So, in these schools, students might spend more time on a special subject, like learning about computers or music. After finishing middle school, students have a graduation ceremony and go to a high school assigned to them or a high school they picked.
A graduation is when you finish a level of school. A ceremony is a special event to celebrate something, like finishing school.
It's a big day for many students, and families often join to celebrate their achievements.
Exactly. It marks the end of one part of school and the start of another.
Thinking about this story, do you remember when you had to move to a new school or start something new? How did you feel during that transition?
Transitions in life, like starting a new school or job, can be scary but also exciting. It's important to prepare and stay positive. Schools help students by giving them structure and support during these changes.
That's true. In real life, we often face transitions moving to a new city, learning a new skill, or starting a new job. We can use what we learn in school to help us through these changes.
Absolutely. And learning new vocabulary words, like today, can prepare you for English conversations at school or work.
Now, let's review today's vocabulary. First, announcement and important message shared with a group. Example, the teacher made an announcement about the field trip.
Next, application of form you fill out to ask for something. Example, she sent her application to the new school. To remember words, try writing sentences or drawing pictures for them.
Assign to give someone a task or place. Example, the school assigned me to room 12. Attendance checking who is present. Example, the teacher takes attendance every morning.
Ceremony, a special event to celebrate. Example, we had a graduation ceremony. Remember, repeating new words out loud helps your memory.
Now, we want to hear from you. What was your favorite subject when you were in school? Or, if you're a student, what is your favorite subject now? Please write your answer in the comments or practice saying it out loud.
Don't be shy. Sharing your thoughts helps you practice English. We love reading your answers and learning about your experiences.
That's all for today's episode. Thank you for joining us to learn more about school life and new vocabulary. Remember, every small step helps you get better at English.
Keep practicing, stay curious, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. Each mistake is a step toward learning. See you next time and keep learning with a smile.